Hello, one Great Earth. Just getting everything set up. Looking at volcanoes. Particular one here. That is the first one that I pulled up. Uh, Rica. Chilean Chile. Chilean volcano. You see here that there is a bright, perhaps, lava pooling at the summit. A lot of heat. A time lapse of it. One thing that I frequently check for is the meltdown of the volcano. As you can see, it grows warmer, starts to have melt. That adds to the climate change. We have the engine of climate change already established. When it erupts, it just completely overloads this local ecology with ash and heat. Both ash and heat and fire grab away water and moisture, make it toxic. Look at volcanoes. We don't have any particular volcano today that we're going to look at, but this one in particular is looking see here. This is the summit crater, top of the volcano, where it had its peak destroyed or collapsed inwards. Either a landslide comes off the side, comes off to the other side, and comes straight down into its footprint. What we know is that there is definitely lava at the summit here in Rica, Chile. We see a lot of smoke that's coming off that lava, the summit crater. And all the good stuff. That eyes and changes. Plume is heading southwest here on the 31st. Now, this is the 8th and it's still here. The month, the last 30 days in an active volcano. False color. I don't. One more time over the false color. Last, we'll do a moisture index. So tell us it's the lava's airing, and if its heat is coming down the sides of the flank of the volcano. It's on the top right of the image. I don't see an eruption. I see a lava pool at the summit crater that's getting bigger, hotter, receding, exploding differently. Winds change, allows for more thermal updraft to be present. There, it looks like there was actually a little eruption here. On the 9th, 11th, 14th, 16th. Dies down for a while, but that false color. You see the slope here on the northeast side, where this it's not just lava that comes out; it's also boiling hot fluids called lahar. This looks to be melting quite a bit of snow. Possible eruption here on the 11th. Really tall, smoky volcano. Take a look at Samaru. Yeah, down there. To be over there. Try Luminous. I believe this is a Peruvian volcano. This is a volcano down there. It's fine. Go to the next one. Pull from the list. Seemingly at random. This is Krakatoa. Anak Krakatoa. Featured in the middle. Now let's look at Merapi. Pick the Indonesia, Australian region, Papua New Guinea, and all that. What was that? 19th. Merapi, active volcano. Possible lava. Be expected as a pretty active volcano. Looks about right. Comes over here on the top and spills out. Boiler's over. Or hopper. Let's see. There is a volcano Democratic Republic of Congo, called Nirangango, north of Goma, which had to be evacuated at night when this volcano erupted. It had to be evacuated to Rwanda in the middle of the night. Bush, like a 40-foot tall wall of lava just started threatening the entire region. Another volcano next to this called Nyamulagira. I believe that's how you say that. Nyamulagira. And Iragango. Both look to be taking a nap today. Yes, sir. Fire there. There's always 40 to 50 volcanoes that are erupting or in eruption. They're not all blasting. I think that's what most people want to see in the volcano. They want to see things just dominate an area. That happens too. Harder to see on satellite unless it's a pretty big eruption. Like a pretty tall volcano, like Uchavskoy. I would look at Rick James in Iceland, but at a pretty weird area when it comes to satellite imagery that I have access to. Is that too far north? Just about that line. Also, some volcanoes in Alaska that are heating up. Right? And this ghostly volcano. Cloud obstructed. Now, Preventator. Cloud obstructed. Look at Popocatépetl in Mexico. Always smoking mountain after all. See this lava spot right here? See that eruption? It's always erupting. This volcano is a very active volcano. Still really cool to see what we expect to see out of volcanoes that erupt using satellite. You're not just seeing this look that's just coming at you straight. Because when the volcanoes erupt, it's always going to be at an angle, regardless how high it erupts. Ash fallout's always going to reach a point where there is a ceiling for them that you can't hit due to the temperature and the weight being held down particulates. Quite a bit. This goes switches sides, but This makes its way to the ocean or the Gulf. Last slide in this. Just a little bit of lava there. It's a really smoky mountain, and there isn't a lot of lava usually associated with things activity in most of the case. Most of the like it's just these real ash heavy eruptions that happen time to time, and I mean frequently. The odds of seeing something like this full-on eruption of Popocatépetl. Color, that looks more like it, yeah. Here, the crater ring. Very hot summit. Hiking is not advised. Oh. Very active volcano, very angry. Without glaciers. It used to have glaciers in recent history. In the last 25 years, Popocatépetl had glaciers. Glaciers are now extinct. Glaciers are a living, growing thing. I want to say being, but it's called glacial grafting. 6 years, but making good progress. Grow it like a reef. Reef, the structures that make up the reef aren't really what we talk about. Reef skin itself. Let's go to Goto Island, Japan, where island has been forming. That island looks to be connecting with the mainland now. See this here before. Now, still a channel, still a gap right here. It looks to be still present with a lot of particulate matter making up the bulk of what you see here. Let's see, I couldn't find a better satellite image. time lapse. No, we just made a time lapse of this. Still very amount of heavy sediments that are floating around. Need to find a home. Finds a ephemeral island. Let's move on from this. You can see it's not a volcano that was erupting on land. This is a submarine eruption. And due to reasons we cannot see, this feature wound up creating a mountain. How quickly an island can form. It can also be pulverized and beaten down by the forces of nature. It takes a lot for an island to survive. One might not survive. It's just continue. Look at Henninger. Whoa. Complex volcano. Another Indonesian volcano. Are crazy looking mountain peaks, as well as having blast spots, are one large area here that I can't seem to get to highlight. It explodes. But we see no evidence of an eruption or explosion, lava flow, magma at the lava summit. Don't see any of that. Back to true false color. Okay, so there is some heat there, of course. Shouldn't be surprised at being a volcano. From 40 to 50 volcanoes are always currently erupting. Not always blasting, but erupting. See that volcano too well in this color. It's very complicated, strange volcano in an area that is probably forming from collapse of the caldera from before. Let me move out of the way here. Right here. Okay, all this here. Collapsed. Might have been taller volcano peak to here. Dead now due to this collapse, which had to have been magnificent, unsurvivable. Now it's finding a new way to get out through its ephemeral artery. It pushes. There's lava, very strange physics with magma. It's a lot of explosive power behind it whenever it hits oxygen. This guy just pulls lava in here. Eventually builds this mountain back up because you can't see it, but it's sitting in a recess. On the very top of the recess up here, flirts out lava into it. Continue. Earlier, shall we look? Volcano in Russia. Already we see some activity. Okay. Cloud obstructed. And so just very recently we see a lot of lava that's black and thick, but some of it opens up and breaks apart because it's being hammered from underneath. Actually more like this. It's being hammered from underneath, and eventually there's going to be a path of least resistance, or it's going to go to that spot as it weakens. That's where you have these like pinhole lava eyes on top of these summits because it's breaking through a lot of very cold, very dark lava at the summit that's hardened. You get this that eventually might spill over the top. The volcano usually spills over like a long way. This is one of the tallest volcanoes in the world with the longest lava flows in the world. Have a look. Looks like there is some activity picking up here in the last couple of days, but you see no sign of lava. Now let's go to a volcano in Italy called Vesuvius. Great representation. Right, no red eye, no magma, no lava. Don't see look at this one that was just recently Hulu one. Nothing there for the last month. Let's go to another volcano. Oh, another Indonesian volcano. Uluwatolok. You can see that little red eye right here. Summit. Let's go take a look at the other one. Uluwatobi. Interesting. Might have been a small eruption here. Looks more like ash fallout than it does uh, cloud structures. Be near the volcano or above the volcano. It also could be a lot of heat changing the way the clouds look above the volcano too. So it's not just eruption. Okay. Another volcano that looks to be erupting. It's erupting. It's dozens of volcanoes that are always erupting. Like there's some lava there. Seeing much else. Not seeing lava that's going down the flank of the volcano. Look at Stromboli, Italy, volcano. And then more is the volcano itself. As well as the volcano more and more up starts layering out. Becomes a big old fat island. And it looks like an eruption right here on the 23rd of December. Smoke. Another very active volcano that's frequently explosive. Let's look at Mayan. Only one scan of the volcano itself, but like it's awake. It has a little bit of a red eye. Like it might have been erupting a little bit. Inside, west side of the flank of lava. This island is about to crack in pieces. Indonesia and the Philippines have a lot of strange looking volcanoes. Strange lava. Strange just to look at. Okay, I think that is all the time I have for today. Be able to stream again regarding volcanoes, but it looks like there's some dormant. Take a look. Weekly list. Doesn't look to be Mississippi and Ruatobi are on there now. Oh no. Whoa. That is a bomb eruption. The 31st, called in the new year. There must have been some eruption here. Who knows? Don't know. Heavy smoke. Look at that. Bad eruption. There's moisture. See if we can get a sense of makeup. Okay. Back is eruption. Well, it's nice to go on an eruption. Let's go to back. So that's what we see. Massive. All right. On that note, please be safe. Good night.